Hey folks, how you diddling? I'm here to show you how you can refill your HP M454 or M479 cartridges, and by so doing, halve the carbon footprint, halve the plastic waste, and halve the cost in terms of your hard-earned smackaroonies. Step 1 is simply to enable yourself to carry on printing without interruption. If you've got a touchscreen model, swipe the printer's control panel and touch the setup cog wheel. If you've got the M454nw or M454dn, press OK. Use the left and right arrows to move to setup and press OK again. Then, whether you're touching or OKing, go Supply Settings, Black Cartridge, Very Low Setting, then, and this is the crux people, select Continue. Then go back to Supply Settings, but this time choose Color Cartridge, Very Low Setting, and again Continue. If you've got a Canon, the default setting is to carry on printing in all circumstances, but just in case that got dinked, we have got instructions on how to change it back in our free PDF instructions, links to which will be in sensible places if you are watching this video on YouTube or refilltoner.co.uk. All you have to do now for a while is print and print and print and print and print and print. But then, children, one fine day in a future far or near, all will not be well in the kingdom of print. Your prints aren't going to be quite right. Maybe the word faded comes to mind, but it probably won't be clear exactly which colour is fading. But our hero, or heroine, realises that he, or she, can employ the fabled power of the Refill Toner Fade Out swatch. I'll put a link to it in sensible places if you're watching this on YouTube or on refilltoner.co.uk. Otherwise you can just Google Refill Toner Fade Out swatch in the time-honoured fashion. Now just print the fade out swatch and figure out which cartridge is, yea verily and forsooth, fading out, and by implication which cartridge is, yea verily and forsooth, totally empty. And if only the black's affected, it's the black. If only blue's affected, it's cyan. If blue and orange are both affected, it's magenta. If yellow and orange are both affected, it's yellow. And if you're feeling a bit confused.com, don't worry, it's all written on the swatch right there for you. Now be so kind as to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I promise to refill the cartridge that is fading, the whole cartridge that is fading, and nothing but the cartridge that is fading, so help me God. And now we're going live to Sir David. What season is it, Sir David?
It's mating season. And the variety of mistakes that can be found here in the refilling jungle is staggering. So please, only refill the cartridge that is fading.
And I think we've got Neil Armstrong on the line. Go ahead, Neil.
It's one small step for man. Only refill the cartridge that is fading.
This is the copper melter. Those are our mole grips. And we're going to get hold of the narrow end. That's a chef's blowtorch. Think creme brulee, although I'm sure you can think of other ways of heating up the wide end of the copper melter. So to get orientated for where the melt spot is, get the product code here, and you'll also see the coloured label here. And then we're just coming in like this. And we're going to half melt this hole so you can get a good look at exactly where it is. You don't have to half melt it, but you do have to, as far as is humanely possible, get it in this exact spot. Then we used a Stanley knife, in other words, a very sharp knife, to cut these 4 petals and fold them out like a flower. Then it's shaken, not stirred. Marry up and lean the whole kit and caboodle back to get the toner in. Lather, rinse and repeat because there was some toner left in the bottle. This plug, like the copper melter, is on the website if you want it. And we've got some ordinary bathroom sealant from the DIY shop. And we just filled up the groove with sealant. No prizes for guessing that the plug goes in the hole. We wiped off the excess sealant, and once again we were ready to rock and roll. Now these cartridges have got a small waste compartment compared with HP cartridges of yesteryear. And if that waste compartment fills up completely, you start to get these vertical skid marks you can see on the screen here. It means that if you wanted to refill more than about once, you would have to empty the waste compartment of the cartridge. Should that be a mission you choose to accept, you can see us doing it on page 5 of our free PDF instructions. Links to which will be in sensible places if you are watching this video on YouTube or urefilltoner.co.uk. Get there quick by clicking the iLink appearing top right now. No animals, human or otherwise, were harmed during the making of this video, but if you decide to do this, you must make your own safety and risk assessment and take full responsibility for your own actions. Rapid recap of how we did it. Very low setting is on continue for both black and colour cartridges. We printed and printed and printed and printed and printed until we noticed some kind of fadedness. We printed the Refill Toner fade out swatch. We decided which cartridge was, yea verily and forsooth, completely empty. And we took a solemn vow to only ever refill the one cartridge that is empty. We melted, we poured, we plugged, and that was it. Never forget the words of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Refill ye what fadeth not, and your refill hopes are down the pot. Not one of the most popular quotes from the play, to be sure, but it is good advice if you want to refill your HP or indeed Canon toner cartridges. So, the humble toner refill. Less carbon, less plastic, less lolly. Get your hands on everything you've seen us using in this video by clicking the iLink appearing top right now. I'd like to leave you with some images of our home and some of its residents. Every one of them 3.5 billion years in the making. Keep refilling in the free world.